Hey everyone, this is Chris from Stone Arch Travel, and yes, that was me running through Monument Valley recreating the famous Forrest Gump run. Welcome to the Pivot. Today we're actually packing for our next trip, or at least one of us is packing, which would be my husband. I'm going to take a little break and talk about planning. So first, let me tell you, this isn't our first trip. Our first trip was in September, primarily to Utah. We had a fantastic trip in a 23-foot Grey Wolf trailer. We loved it, and we saw beautiful things. One of the things we learned about in our first trip was it's really fun to take the road less traveled. Sometimes the road less traveled can be really rough, and in this case, or our case, one of the roads was so rough that our poor dog Walter got sick. Okay, while we were traveling, we saw some beautiful things, including in Canyon City, Colorado, this road, which was actually frightening, and I've got the sound down because there's a lot of screaming going on in the car. There were only two of us, and I wasn't the one doing the screaming. Another thing that we found as we were traveling is you spend a lot of time with your traveling partner. In my case, it's my husband. And in fact, I learned new things about him, skills I didn't even know he had. Okay, today we're in Monument Valley at the Mexican Hat Rock Formation, which is very cool. And Mike, who was in the Marines, as many of you know, he tells me he can camouflage himself so I won't be able to see him. Now he's been out there for about 2 minutes. Let's look and see if we can find him. Oh, good Lord. Okay, let's talk about planning. So here's how I start. We start with a loop. So we do a map. In our case, we're actually going to pick up a new trailer in Knoxville, Tennessee. So we're starting in Minneapolis, and you can see this loop. We've got it mapped out to where we're going to go and how we're going to get there. The next thing that you're looking at is the Excel spreadsheet that I put together. And there's 3 really important things that you need to have on this. You need to have the weather, because that's really important with campers. Some campers can't be in below freezing temperatures. The drive time. You really don't want to plan to drive more than 5 to 6 hours. And reservations. You must plan for reservations. So many people are doing what we're doing and getting out and doing a little pivot of their own that camps are filling up. So, reservations. That's it. Thanks for joining us today. Follow us on our travels, The Pivot from Stone Arch Travel. You can find us on YouTube or on Facebook. And we look forward to seeing you next time.